So the stock market was down on Friday in response to the December jobs report. We can show it to you here. There's a lot of red on the big board. The Dow Jones falling nearly 700 points. The Nasdaq fell 317 points, and the S&P 500 fell 91 points. And this is as jobs numbers beat expectations by a landslide. Let's show that to you. 265,000 jobs added to the U.S. economy last month, which is roughly 100,000 more than expected. The unemployment rate fell to 4.1%, which is a 1/10 of a point below projections. Javier David joins us now to help us understand what this really means. You should know by now he's a CBS News contributor and a business editor for Dallas Morning News. Javier, why did investors see what sounded like better than expected jobs numbers as a bad thing?
Yeah, so look, for investors, data usually falls into one of a few buckets. Good news is good news, bad news is good news, and good news is bad news. And this jobs report, clearly the later. The headline numbers and the underlying components all suggest that the economy is kind of chugging along at a rate, sustaining good job creation, but that could potentially spark new inflationary pressures just when we were all hoping that the Federal Reserve could keep cutting rates. So to sum it all up, good news for job seekers, but bad news for investors hoping for lower or cheaper monetary policy.
And so then help us understand what it says. I guess if you look at the larger employment picture, what this one data point describes about the overall job market as we prepare for a new administration and we're running into a new year here.
Yeah, look, employers they're not mass firing, and that's a good thing, but they're not necessarily tripping all over themselves to hire either. And this number kind of changes that particular picture. And so the broad growth in payrolls, you have a falling unemployment rate, and this is also critical to what's happening. Wage gains are moderating, but they're still on the rise. So the more people make, the more they will spend, and the more that spurs higher prices.
And I wasn't sure if you're aware, Javier, there's a very small bird on your shirt. I wasn't sure if that was intentional, but you want to get that before it attacks you. Javier David, always looking good. Thanks for the insight. Please enjoy your weekend.
Thanks.